Ugly mother...
Senpai. Yeah.
Hey all. Today, we have a guest from deep space, a predator. While others have to kill an animal first, then make clothes or accessories from its skin, our hero's coat remains alive. And not just alive, but also very loyal to its owner. When fatally wounded, Sevagoth cosplays Inaros, while his coat takes matters into its own hands, collecting the necessary amount of enemy souls for its master's resurrection. But not only is the coat under Sevagoth's control, he can also unleash his own shadow on his enemies. He can sow seeds of death in enemies, dealing damage over time. He can activate an aura that slows enemies and heals allies when they deal damage. This ability can be replaced using Helminth. And the funniest part is that this ability is perfect for many Warframes, but we won't need it at all today. And as the ultimate ability, Sevagoth transforms into his coat, with his own set of mods, with his own melee weapon. However, transitioning into Wolverine skin mode is only possible when a certain well of souls is filled, which is replenished by killing enemies directly using abilities or while enemies are under their influence. Since ancient times, I have kept Archon Shard installed, which gives 15% to ability strength. It's not mandatory, but the more ability strength you have, the easier it will be for you. Since we'll be using abilities frequently, you can install Brief Respite to slightly improve our survivability. But don't be afraid to die on this Warframe. After all, we can easily resurrect and won't spend Arcane Revive. So the choice of aura here isn't critical. Adaptation will allow us to less frequently switch to zombie mod. We'll install 3 mods to increase ability strength. We'll install a mod to increase the radius of action of our abilities. Since our energy efficiency has dropped, we'll compensate with appropriate mods, one of which also significantly increases the capacity of our shields. And as the cherry on top, we'll install an augment mod for our first ability. This will allow us to deal huge damage to a whole crowd of enemies in 2 clicks. Arcane Aegis will help our small shields to recover. Molt Augmented will increase the power of our abilities for killing enemies. As for the weapon, I decided to try out the stock Ignis Wraith. Heavy caliber will slightly increase the width of the fire beam, making the task slightly easier, but you can replace it with Serration. I chose corrosion and fire as statuses. Even in this state, the weapon yielded acceptable results and will definitely be polarized several times, but that's in the future. In addition to the main weapon, we have the coat and its claws at our disposal. The coat has solid armor and can attract enemies to itself, restore its own health, and also increase damage to nearby enemies. The claws have good chances of critical hit and status effect. As you can see, there is potential in both cases, so feel free to polarize and increase survivability or damage multiple times. Assisting me will be the faithful panzer vulpaphyla. The focus school this time is Zenuric. We'll play by spreading seeds of death followed by blowing up enemies. When minions appear, switch to the coat and tear it to pieces until you win or until it wins you. In the second case, repeat the trick with the seeds and fend off with a flamethrower. Repeat as necessary. Something like this. As always, I was glad to try for you. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful. Give your likes, write your wishes or comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Videos are released every week. If you want to help the author and the channel, I will leave the link in the description below.